over a woman's religious commitment when choosing a spouse. How do you view this mentality in the light of Islam? Could you not ask a more gentle question than this? You want me to solve the issue of men and women in one gathering? It's not going to happen. Listen, there's only generic advice to be given. Only generic advice. In the end of the day, you have to find a spouse that meets multiple criteria, not just one. Beauty, we know this, it's not the most important, but at the same time, if there's no attraction, then the marriage is not also going to flourish, right? So we have to be fair, we have to be middle, wasat. Our Prophet ﷺ told us, a person is married for 4 reasons. Some marry for beauty, some marry for wealth, some marry for lineage and caste, and some marry for religion. So choose the one of religion and you will be the most successful. Now this does not mean that you choose the one who's religious and you have no attraction to that person. It means prioritize religion. Make sure religion is present and then see if the other criteria are acceptable. The most important criterion is religion. That is what the hadith is saying. After that, it is okay to have preferences, but don't make those preferences more important than the religion. Religion, non-negotiable. Religion must be there. Other criteria, they are negotiable. And you can look back and forth to see which one is the one that has more. Let's say for example, you want a wife or a husband that has this level of education. That is a permissible request. It's not haram. Now suppose you meet somebody that, mashallah, she is excellent in akhlaq, in deen, and you think she's also, mashallah, beautiful looking. She doesn't have that level of education. You will say, you know what? No big deal, that criteria wasn't that important to me. This is what the hadith is saying. Prioritize the deen, and that is non-negotiable. The other ones, they are negotiable. So without a doubt, brothers in particular, without a doubt, there is a problem of only looking at the outer beauty. And the outer beauty is not something that will be permanent. By the way, brothers, first look at yourselves before you judge the outer beauty. Just saying. First look in the mirror and see the beauty Tom Cruise around it. Just saying. First look at yourself and then see what is the criteria. So be fair upon yourselves and be fair upon your potential spouses as well. Sisters as well, do understand, Allah created men and women differently. So, brutally honest sisters, would you marry a brother who is not earning any money? He has no job? He has I am not on either side. In America, I teach a class about marriage. A very detailed class that I will not teach over here because it's a bit too explicit, but I teach a very detailed class about love and romance and marriage. Why? Because I don't know in Bangladesh what's happening. In America, we have a crisis of marriage. I don't know about that in America. In America, divorce rates are skyrocketing. In America, too many Muslim couples are breaking up, or they're having trouble getting married in the first place. We have a problem both in finding somebody to get married to, and then in making the marriage last. And I realized this almost 15 years ago, and it really troubled me. So I began giving lectures about this, and subhanAllah, those lectures became very popular. This is literally 15 years ago. And then I did a whole course about marriage and romance. Because I realized one of the main reasons is that married couples are not having the love that they're supposed to have. So I have done a lot of studying in this regard, and alhamdulillah, I have been married for 27 years, alhamdulillah, to I call her my Khadija, she's my Khadija. I have been married for 27 years. If Allah had not blessed me with my wife, I would not have been able to do what I do. So alhamdulillah, I thank Allah for my wife and all that she has done for me. But to be brutally honest, sisters and brothers, You have raised some very difficult questions. There's no easy answer to them. Brothers require some level of physical attraction that is normal. But don't become obsessed and don't expect that you're going to marry the most beautiful and that's the most important thing. No, because take it from anybody. Beauty does not last, outer beauty, neither in you nor in your spouse. It's just going to be a few years and then middle age and old age sets in. But inner beauty lasts, akhlaq lasts, iman lasts. This is the reality. So there must be some attraction. I understand this. Just like sisters, there must be some potential for a man being a man. He's having a job, he's having a career. You don't have to marry a multi-millionaire. I get that. Just like brothers, you don't have to marry a supermodel. But there must be reasonable. That which is acceptable, and then the deen is the most important thing. Final point. A lot can be said. Final point. Before you get married, make sure you pray Salat al-Istikhara. It's a very important religious ritual. If you don't know how to do it, ask your scholars or look on YouTube. There are mechanisms to do that. Salat al-Istikhara. Very important. And then leave it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because Allah will bless. If it is the right decision, it will happen. If it is not the right decision, it's not going to happen, and Allah will bless you with somebody else. May Allah Azza wa Jal give all the brothers and the sisters righteous spouses. May Allah make your marriages flourish. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow those marriages to prosper, because a society can only be successful if the marriage is successful. When the marriages are successful, then society is successful. So we want your marriages to be successful. May Allah bless all of you, inshallah. With that,